All right, welcome back. Zone Eater. All right, so if you go up to that one little island, the small little island where you can fight in Tangiers in the first half, you can actually run into this thing, which is the Zone Eater. And he will inhale, munch munch, gobble gobble, your party members, one at a time.
I love Dune.
Yeah. I actually haven't watched Dune.
It was okay. There's this scene where like, do you know anything about Dune?
I know it's on a sandy planet.
All right, so Timothée Chalamet's character is basically just Space Jesus that gets super high.
Okay.
He becomes Space Jesus when he's high.
Okay. Interesting.
So there's a scene where he's having like a future sight, and he's like in like this armor, and he's fighting in this war, and it looked cool. And then he took his helmet off, and then he looked like fucking George Lopez off of Sharkboy and Lava Girl. Like his face is just like shittily green screened on. It looked really bad. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Didn't they like make a whole big deal about this movie? Like
Dune? Yeah, because Dune's a fucking huge story. So it's people wanted it to be done right, and it like Dune only got like one movie originally.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
I need to read the book
movie.
still. Yeah, there's an older movie, and I need to read the book still. But people liked the book, so the creator of Dune only wrote one book, and then I think his son took over because he died. But people wanted like the actual first Dune book to be done properly, and then they were like, yeah, I think Ridley Scott who fucking directed Dune. Dennis Villeneuve. Yeah. Oh no, he did Blade Runner 2017.
Okay, there we go. All right, so these guys, if they get too close to you, we'll push you off. So you need to kind of time your jumps. Ooh, some Genji armor. Magical brush. That's for Realm.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, that bottom guy is not cooperating. He's still looking up who directed Dune.
Oh yeah, no, I was just talking about him. He did Blade Runner 2070, or he did a new Blade Runner in 2017. I don't really know much of his work. Oh no, so he did The Arrival, Sicario. I heard Sicario was good. He did a lot of like futuristic movies. Who produced Dune? I know I've seen. No, it's just Dennis and a bunch of other random fucking people that I haven't seen before.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So here's
Oscar Isaac's in it, so it's always a good watch.
So here's a fun topic. How have you been feeling about the HBO Purge?
I mean, I know why they're doing it.
Money.
It's still a no. Well, yeah, but it's who bought that? I think Discovery bought out Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Who owns HBO, and then they put they cut HBO's budget.
Yeah,
and then they had to make those budget changes. Drastically so. So,
like I understand why they did it, Doesn't mean that.
It's frustrating as a viewer, especially if it's one of your shows that you like. But you know, it's business at the end of the day. It's not like if it's like a show that like somebody else develops and then they have the streaming licenses for it, then that's fine. Like, so HBO does do some actual like streaming, not streaming, but like development when it comes to their.
I think the thing that pisses me off was like the shows that they own, like. That they got rid of.
Yeah.
Big mustache. All right, we're going to actually get pushed down here because we do want to get a couple treasure chests that are down here. Red jacket. So this dungeon is more or less... most of the items are per realm. And apparently someone casted zombie on Edgar, which is pretty annoying. Zombie more or less it makes your character undead. You can't do anything with them. And if the rest of your party members die, then it's game over.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's that swordsman guy that will cost it. Or cause it.
Cost?
Yeah. Cost the life of Edgar. Yeah, zombie.
Edgar!
So basically, zombie is kind of like both death and berserk all in one, and it sucks. Ironically, since Edgar has something that causes regen, he actually does have health, even though he is a zombie. So yeah, you want to kill that one thing that can cause zombie if you run into a fight.
Lickety split.
Yeah, lickety split, because all of your characters are zombies. It's game over.
Yeah.
Move out of the way. Alright. Definitely make sure to take the safe right here. Because this room is one of the deadliest rooms in the game. I think this is the only thing in the game that can kill you in the overworld. Or not in a battle sequence. Because yeah, if you can probably guess if that thing, if it crushes you, it's instant death. Now I don't think you can run into any battles in here. Be quick with this chest because there's no safe.
Pinwheel!
Yeah, pinwheel. It's like that one item in Mega Man 2 that looks like a pinwheel. You only get it like once. Can't remember what the name of it is though. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
No, I didn't play Mega Man.
Fair enough. Old school Mega Mans can be very challenging. Alright. This room... there's only like one spot that's kind of weird because it's not very well telegraphed. Because I do want to get that chest before we head up there. Because otherwise we might not be able to get the chest before we have to leave the dungeon. So I think it's like this spot right here or something. Yeah, just Because it's not very well, like, telegraphed how to get to that button. Because usually they have these sort of little outcropping for these boardwalks. Make it more obvious that you can walk there. Thunder Shield can absorb lightning or thunder-based magic. Pretty nifty. If you know you're going to be fighting an electrical enemy. Alright, here we go. So the main reason to come to this dungeon. Man shrouded in strange clothing. Or is it a woman? This is Go-Go, which is actually a reference to Final Fantasy V, because I think there was a mimic in that game called Go-Go as well.
Alright.
So we're not going to be using Go-Go too much. There is one special item that I kind of want to get using him because he makes it a little easier. Basically what you need to know about Go-Go and just mimics in general is they copy whatever move was last used. So as long as you are using moves properly, it's not too hard. Alright, so if you come back to Thamasa with Strago and Realm in your party, after a certain point, I believe. I don't remember what all needs to have happened for you for this cutscene, but this is Gung Ho, who is apparently a friend of Strago.
Oh.
I wish they would have had a little more time to kind of flesh out Strago and Realm in the first half, because by the time you meet them, it's basically the end of the world of
I
Bounds.
think I have one problem with this game.
What is that?
There's too many characters.
Yeah, and that is one of the issues. Because Final Fantasy VI has the largest cast in any Final Fantasy.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this and I'm like, we're getting people that do we need these?
Yeah. That can be one of the complaints with this game, is how many is too many, basically.
Yeah.
They designed the game so that no one is technically the main character. Yeah, the story kind of focuses on Terra at the beginning and a little more on Celeste in the second half. But the idea is that each character could be considered the main character depending on what the player wants. Like, who do you want?
Which is cool and all, but like that's still like you only have a certain amount of like you can only do so much with the amount of story that you have.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Final Fantasy VI. It was made in a crunch time.
It's even worse.
Exactly. But I think I want to say they had like a year to make this game. And the fact that it's as good as it is kind of amazing.
I guess it's a lot. Like the gameplay looks fine and all because it's fucking Final Fantasy. It's kind of hard to fuck up that gameplay.
Yeah, and they definitely borrowed a lot from Final Fantasy V, which is the reason why it worked. Okay, so this is probably the most annoying optional dungeon in the game. This is I forget what the thing's name is. Haydn or something like that. And so what you have to do is you have to go to these chests and get 22 pieces of coral to feed that hungry chest. It's weird, and I don't really understand why it needs to be, like a Pokemon tunnel with that you need flash in order to actually see everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to kind of keep count of how much coral you have. I forget if the chests are all random, like if all of them are random or the buttons are random. I don't like this dungeon. Most people don't like this dungeon. Most of the enemies aren't too bad. They're all pretty easy, forgettable enemies. We are using Shadow because I wanted to use Shadow. At least have him spend a little bit of time with his daughter.
Disgusting.
Yeah, he did kind of abandon.
Kinda?
Yeah. I think he kind of blames himself. He does blame himself for Barham's death.
Oh.
So? Yeah, good job, Shadow. I definitely think if they remade this game, they would probably add more to the characters, give them more, at least some more meat to their stories, especially the lesser ones. Like, there's at least 4 or 5 different characters that get virtually nothing. Like Gao gets virtually nothing. Mog, Umaros, Go-Go. I think those are the big 5 that I can remember. As you can tell, this is not a very fun dungeon. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of pieces of coral.
Yeah. Definitely got to keep track of how much you have. Honestly, if I would have thought about it, I probably would have put up a little tally marker or something. Do something kind of like our Pokemon Red Let's Play with the Zubat counter. How many Zubats I killed in that damn game. Ooh, nice. 5 pieces of coral. Alright, I think at this point we probably have all the coral we need. Now the trick is trying to get back to the annoying chest. Originally, you didn't have this little mini map in here. This was actually an addition that they had for the Pixel remasters. They added a little dungeon mini map to all of them, to like all 6 of the games. And it does kind of make things a little easier. Alright. There's this asshole. Munch, munch, munch. And if you don't have enough coral, he'll tell you that you didn't give him enough and make you go and get more. Huh. Blop. Shoot. Get. Get him. Get him. Been rewatching Gravity Falls with a friend of mine.
Oh.
Have you've watched
a good show? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good. I know you said you watched the 2nd season of Owl House.
Yeah, I heard that got canceled, but it has like a weird season, short-ass season 3, from what I understand.
Yes, so basically from what I understand, the reason why it was canceled wasn't because of the gay stuff, even though it definitely was. It was because some Disney exec thought or didn't think it really fit with the brand or whatever.
I mean, it's pretty out there for Disney. Honestly, it looks more like a Cartoon Network show than anything.
Yeah, although you haven't watched Amphibia, but you definitely should watch that show as well. Because that kind of pushed the... I don't want to say too much, but one of the episodes really pushed what you could show on a kid's show. But honestly, for the better, because it was an amazing episode.
Alright.
I will say it follows sort of like follows like Avatar: The Last Airbender in sort of its season like arc. You know, season 1 is very uninteresting.
Yeah.
Season 2 is amazing, especially the finale. And then Season 3 is still really good, especially the last 2 episodes. I will say Season 1 is quite a slog. But if you can make it through it, the rest of it is excellent. Alright, so this is Haydn. Surprisingly, you can actually fight this guy, like, you can keep coming back here and fighting him. He actually has an attack called, I think it's called Grand Train, either in this version or in the SNES version, I can't remember. But that's one of the blue magics that you can only Grand Delta. This triangle attack does a lot of damage, but it's a blue magic that Strago can learn. And we definitely need Strago to stay alive so that he can actually learn it at the end of the battle. This fight should be almost over. I think he usually uses Grand Train, like, towards the end, or at least after all of his little minions are gone. And surprisingly, if you come back here after you left, you can actually fight this guy again for some reason. I guess in case he didn't use Grand Delta on you the first time, you can come back and get it. That episode's gonna be fun, trying to grind up, trying to find all the Strago's blue magic. Yeah. If you take too long though, he will summon back his little minions, and unfortunately, you do have to kill them in order to end the battle. Yeah. I was not very happy that he summoned them right before I finished him off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy.
Now Strago's confused. Confused old man. Is the Ruben just staring at you like he usually does?
He's looking at the lack of testicles right now. So he's vibing.
Hey.
Yeah.
So I guess you never got him neutered then.
His lack of testicles, David.
Oh,
Lack of
his,
testicles.
I didn't hear the lack part.
Brennan got him neutered way before they took ownership.
He's gotta go to the vet soon to go get his little shot, don't you? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get a little needle stuck in your little thick thigh. Yeah.
Thick thigh saves lives.
Yeah.
Oh, will you die already? This is pretty inconsequential fight. You really don't need to do this. This is really just if you want to add a little more backstory to Strago, since you really don't get much otherwise. Alright, finally. And Strago learned Grand Delta. I really beat Haydn. I'll have to tell Gunho. Been avenged. Alright. Gunho. Gung-ho. What's all the fuss? Can't an injured man... I defeated Haydn. Woo! He used a Grand Delta on me, but I said no. Not today,
Fuck yeah.
Haydn. Nope, he's not. He really did it. Gung-ho is really spazzing out over there.
He's doing his best.
Yep. Ho, ho, ho. Strago would be this world's Santa Claus, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Santa Claus with a mohawk. What was that?
What?
That noise. That evening.
Is it the train or did I scoff?
Oh, I think it was probably the train. So there I was, creeping through those caves. Finally reached the deepest, darkest cavern. Okay, Strago. Alright. Bam. Whack. Pow. Right in the kissa.
Issa.
Kissa.
Issa.
Alright, and then after, Gung-ho meets up with Realm. Oh, I think he finally tired himself out from all that jabbering. But, do you think it's okay to leave it like this, with him thinking I was really hurt? Don't worry about it. You hadn't tricked him. He'd have spent the rest of his life doing nothing but talk. And even if you were faking, that monster wasn't. I know how a man like him ever managed to raise a granddaughter as wonderful as you. So yeah, it was actually a ploy by Realm and Gung-ho to get Strago to go and fight Haydn, so he wouldn't have any regrets.
Oh.
Alright, and that is it for this episode. So we'll see you guys next time.